With a B, Eva. Good morning. Yeah, we're now talking about an unprecedented all-time world record. That incredible new jackpot is up for grabs. And if you thought there was lotto fever this week, get ready for the days ahead. Your odds of winning the game's largest prize, 1 in 302 million. But this statistic hasn't deterred lottery hopefuls from chasing their fiscal fantasies. What's your big dream if you win?
To live on the beach.
Buy a house and go on vacation.
Buy an island in the Caribbean.
Lottery fever sweeping across the country.
I never really think we're going to win, but you never know. Like I said, you can't win if you don't play.
All you have to have is just one ticket.
Along the California-Nevada border, some standing in line for hours to get tickets.
Money does not solve money problems. So get some good professional advice, and you want to think about growing these assets instead of diminishing them.
If I have $900 million, I'm not going to worry about growing that asset. I'm just going to spend it. Is that totally irresponsible?
Put him a coffin.
It's impossible to start a business without big money. Why would I be better than the rest? I just don't have the time. The only way to get rich is to cheat or win the lottery. Woke culture is keeping us from reaching our full potential. It is trying to keep us in a closed mindset. All too often I see people making up all kinds of excuses for the big dreams they have. They keep talking themselves down. And instead of facing the challenges head on, they run away and talk themselves into self-pity, telling themselves why they can't do it. They have a closed mindset. They don't see the possibilities. And this is exactly what is keeping them into slavery. The slavery of not being able to make a better future for themselves. Well, not us. We Spartans have improved ourselves during years of hard work, like the old philosophers. We have invested our precious time to develop the thing that is most dear to us, our mindset. We do not think about all the reasons why we cannot do it. Instead, we look for all the different possibilities. And because of this, we can clearly see the road to riches in front of us. Our mindset is the most important thing. And I know a lot of people with a poor mindset. And because of that, they will never achieve anything more in life. Because people with a closed mindset stay where they are. They do not achieve great things. They think in all the things why something is not possible instead of why it is. If you can fix your mindset to have a rich mindset which actually sees all the different opportunities to riches, you can achieve great things in your life. I will give you a few examples of people with a poor mindset. A few months back, I was telling a friend of mine about my business idea and how much money I was going to make in 2 years, because it's important to set a goal for yourself. So I told her, in 2 years time I'm going to be making 10,000 euros a month. You know what she told me? That's impossible. Straight out, it was impossible. She didn't even know what my business plan was, but it was impossible. Well, let me tell you, it is not impossible. There are a lot of people who have actually done this. Another great example was one friend of mine, another friend. I told him about my business idea, and at the time my business idea was renting school books. So I told him of this strategy of mine. And instead of helping me and telling me how great this idea was, he told me about all the different ways why my idea wasn't going to work. He named five reasons why my idea wasn't going to work. So, and this destroyed my whole belief in this idea and my whole mentality about this idea. So I didn't go through with this idea because of this. So there is a huge difference in a poor man's mindset and a rich man's mindset. and what it actually can do for you now. For example, if you have a good mindset, which isn't going to make you poor, you will eventually end up rich, because your mindset influences all your actions and behavior. So if you have a poor mindset, you will have a poor behavior, which will lead to a poor future for you. And this is a very interesting concept. I've actually just started reading this book called The Millionaire's Fast Lane. I am at 15% right now, so like 30-40 pages or anything. I haven't read it all the way through, but I'm amazed at this book, how good it is. It is so, from now on, it is talking about this difference in mindsets. And they talk about 3 life paths. And they talk about the fast lane, which leads to a rich life, which has a rich mindset. They talk about the slow lane, which leads to mediocrity. And they talk about the sidewalk, which is basically a poor man's mindset, which leads to poorness, you know. And it is very interesting. There is a real difference in mindset between these 3 roads. And so if you have a bad mindset, the results will be bad. If you have a good mindset, the results will be good. And with the results being good, I mean being able to do what you want, you know, get rich or start a business, or, you know, being financially free in your life. So this is a very interesting concept. You can actually fix your mindset. Make sure you have the right mindset. And I have 5 steps how you can fix your mindset right now. And the first one is reading. Like, reading has helped me so much. Before, like 3-4 years ago, I wasn't even reading. I was just watching Netflix movies, wasting my precious time with stupid activities which weren't helping me. So then I started learning reading. I read my first book actually 1 year ago, and since then I have actually read around 20 books, and I'm so happy I discovered this habit, because it will greatly increase your intelligence, but also increase your mindset. And it depends on which books you read, right? So I suggest you find the books which can help you the most in what you want to achieve. For example, if you want to start your business, just go read some business books. For example, I read some great books about fixing your mindset and finances and stuff like this, and business. For example, one of the best books I read was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's like a whole book on the difference between a poor man's mentality and a rich man's mentality. So go read this book. And like I told you, The Millionaire Fast Lane is a great book. And also one if you want to start a business and think about the way you are thinking, it's Think and Grow Rich, where they also talk about basically like making sure your mind is working right, so you can actually build a business. Like, you have the confidence in yourself to build something. You're open to all the ideas. The second one is, don't listen to friends and family. And this might seem really radical or something like this, but especially when you want to start out with a business and you haven't started yet, don't consult your friends and family. Keep the idea to yourself, because they will destroy your idea and your ambition for this idea, like my friend did with mine. And maybe they won't destroy it, you know, but they will try to help you, and I know they mean it well, right? They want to help you be critical and stuff like this. But especially when your friends and family haven't started an own business, they have no experience in starting a business. So why would you ask them for your help or their opinions? Probably got a closed mindset, because the majority of the people have a poor man's mindset. They talked about this in the book A Millionaire's Fast Lane. 61% of all Americans have a net worth of 0 or below 0. And what do I mean by this net worth? It means the amount of money that they are worth. So they basically have 0 or below 0 in their bank account, and their total money, you know, they probably are in debt, mortgage or car payments and stuff like this. So, and that's because they have a poor mindset. Not to be rude here, but it is the truth. And so people with and especially people with a good rich mindset are very, very hard to find. And when you find them, you should find somebody who is experienced in starting a business when you want to start a business, and listen to their advice. And this mastermind group can also really help you start your business, because if you in the start you will probably have a lot of pressure, and you are not sure about what to do exactly. Maybe you want to quit, and they can help you overcome these fears. And if you have friends who are interested in business and finance and stuff like this and want to start out their own business, and sure, you can tell them, because they are actually the ones who probably have the same mindset, see all the possibilities. Because if you actually have a friend who has his own business or stuff like this, or is really interested in starting his own business, he will think about all the possibilities there are, right? He won't tell you it is not possible, you will never make it, your idea is trash. So what I would suggest, find your mastermind group. And this is a principle which is talked about in the book Think and Grow Rich. So the mastermind group is a group of people or friends which have a great interest in business. So if you want to start a business, go find a group which is interested in business. If you want to accelerate in finances, go find a group which does investing and stuff, and talk with them at least once a week, and tell them your ideas, and they can actually help you. Don't go to random friends and family who have no ambition to start a business, no ambition to actually think in possibilities. The fourth one is see failure as a step to success, instead of stopping right away after you fail. You need to go through. Don't let failure stop you, because failure is only another step to success. But so many people, and I cannot speak out of experience right now because I'm just starting out with my business, but I have read a lot of books about this, but so many people, they stop right away after they fail, or they failed a few times and they can't do it, they are not successful. And failure is only an indicator that you need to change your plan a bit, that something what you're doing is not working, so you should change your plan. It is not saying you should stop. Failure is only a temporary failure when you go through. And it is very interesting. Success comes at the moment you least expect it. So, for example, when you are the deepest in your failure, and that's the moment, if you go through, when success comes. So, instead of running away from failure, you should accept failure. You should actually look for failure. Make as many mistakes as possible, so you will learn. Because your process is the way to riches. And the more failures you make, the more you will learn in your process. And when you, for example, in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, they talk about setting up a business, and Robert Kiyosaki is talking about your first 3 or 4 businesses will probably fail, but after a while you get the hang of it and you can actually prevent these mistakes, or you can set up your business way quicker because you've done it already. You've gone through the process. The 5th one is take action. And before you start a business, you have this big goal, and you might be a bit scared of this big goal. But the way to cure this fear is by taking action, actually doing it. It doesn't matter if you haven't figured it out yet, if you haven't figured your whole strategy out yet, because especially when you start your first business, you shouldn't have a great strategy. You should just start. You should find it out on your way, especially because you don't have the experience yet to really build your own strategy. If this is your 4th or 5th business, yeah, sure, plan it all out. You will probably know which road to take. But if you haven't, this is your first, you want to start your first business and stuff, just start and you will find it out on your way. You will find out which works best. So whether you want to start a business, become rich, improve yourself, it all starts with your mindset, because your mindset is the thing that drives your actions. So remember, Spartans, the only limitations are those we set up in our own minds.